We're not NBC. We're not ABC. We're not CBS. We're not Fox. We're not CNN. We're not the New York Times. We're not the Washington Post. We are Knight Ridder. We have readers who live in towns with military bases. Fort Benning, Fort Bragg, Fort Jackson, and over 40 other military bases throughout this country. If every other news organization wants to be stenographers for the Bush administration, let them. We don't write for people who send other people's kids to war. We write for people whose kids get sent to war. So when the government says something, you only have one question to ask. Is it true?
Honey, I think someone's stealing our New York Times.
I canceled it.
Why would you do that?
It's propaganda.
I need that for my work.
Packaging press releases from the White House, the State Department, and the Pentagon. Sorry, that's not a real newspaper.
Who else is involved in the Office of Special Planning?
Wolfowitz, Fife, a couple others. And instead of listening to people who have spent their careers evaluating threats, they're streaming questionable intel from unreliable sources and taking it directly to the White House.
George Tenet, director of Central Intelligence, told senators he could not rule out cooperation between Osama bin Laden and al-Qaeda.
I've seen the specs on those aluminum tubes. They're too small to be used for enriching uranium.
What does that mean?
They can't be used for a nuclear bomb.
The President of the United States said we're not going to permit nations to develop weapons of mass destruction if they're going to supply those weapons to a network of terrorism that could attack the United States.
Cheney is trying to shut out hell.
Where does he get this stuff?
Old friend.
We're starting to see a consensus from within the administration for the removal of Saddam Hussein.
The administration has pointed to a secret meeting in Prague between Iraqi intelligence and 9/11 hijacker Mohammed Atta.
The Bush administration is pressing the United Nations Security Council for a resolution to put pressure on Iraq.
President Bush will address the United Nations today in hopes of putting together a multinational coalition to disarm Saddam Hussein.
White House is lobbying Congress to authorize the use of force in Iraq.
The minute these guys get their hands on anything remotely resembling evidence, they leak it to the New York Times. Now, I understand the position you're in, but please don't hang up on me.
Okay.
Okay. The Vice President of the United States went to the VFW and said that Saddam Hussein is on the threshold of developing a nuclear weapon. Then he goes on national television and says the same thing.
Your question?
Ask the question. What I want to know is Dick Cheney ignoring good intelligence that contradicts his assumptions, or is he just getting bad intelligence?
The Vice President is lying.
Thank you. Thank you so much.